Hi, I'm McCarthy, and I help people with their breakups. And today we're going to get into how to embrace a short term relationship. So, this is really an interesting topic because I think people don't think about relationships in this way or even give this consideration. When in reality, there's a lot of people doing a lot of short term relationships. And I would identify a short term relationship under 10 years, under 8 or 9 years. Okay. So you're looking at 2, 4, 6, 7. And you can identify a short-term relationship however you like. But what I'm talking about is it okay that when you meet someone you're interested, you've been dating and seeing each other, whatnot, to not have this high expectation that you're going to be together forever, that you're going to get married, that you need to start vetting that person for some kind of 100-year marriage or partnership. And I don't know if people look at it that way when they become in a monogamous relationship or a long-term relationship. You don't really know in 2, 3 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. But let's be honest, in 3, 4 years max, it starts to be that moment where you kind of get sick of each other and the rubber hits the road, or you just start to get more distant. Now, some people might go, "Oh, well, that's not me," but it's a lot of people, right? So what's the alternative to a short-term relationship? Marriage, right? And if we all could agree right now that I don't know if marriage works well. I think that it's a good concept. I think that it's good when you have a family. I think it's good when you're sharing bills. I think that when you have the same values and, dare I say, religion, a lot of those things line up. It works really well. There's a lot of trials and tribulations, and let's say someone gets to 40, 50, 60 years and everyone around them goes, wow, they made it. Great. I'm just saying are you allowed to have an alternative to seeking marriage, which would be a shorter term relationship? Now, what I'm talking about today is just the fact that when you start something new, and especially if you've been in a few relationships, why not just have an expectation to just be present, to see each other, to have fun, to love, to play, to get intimate, and not think about 20 years down the road or what they're going to be like in that capacity. So it involves being more present, and it puts less pressure on the situation. Now, obviously, if someone's biological clock's ticking and they really, really want marriage and kids, it's a totally different game. I'm just saying, what's the alternative to marriage? What's the alternative to not realizing that your girlfriend, your partner, whoever you're with, right now, wherever you're at, whether that's 2 months, 3 months, whether that's 6 months, or whether that's 1 year, it's okay if it doesn't last for 5 years. It's okay if it doesn't last for 7 years. You're not wasting your time, right? Just like if you had a job, just like if you had a part of your life that was really important and you helped someone out, you had a roommate, perhaps. These are not wasted moments in your life. And so I'm just presenting the idea that shorter term relationships, they're never intentional. A lot of times it's like, oh, we broke up. I can't believe we broke up. You got to go through all your crap, all your heartbreak, all your, upset moments. But the reality is that's why there's so many songs about heartbreak. I think everyone over the course of their life at least has one breakup, 2 breakups that are bad. So with the way the world works now and a lot of people not hanging in there, I would just say, why not just embrace the possibility that you could be in a really good relationship until it's not, and it just runs its course for whatever reason. And when it runs its course or it doesn't work out, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. No one did anyone wrong. And you can move on in 6 months, a year and a half, and possibly meet a better match. Because a lot of times that's what it is. You just don't match up well, how you look at the world, your finances, how you value things. And so you're allowed to say, hey, this is just a short-term relationship, just like if I had a short job or Instead of going to master's or a PhD program in college, you just go to 4 years, or you just went to high school. Now people are going to go, oh, that's not the same as love. It's not, but in the sense that a 50-year marriage is held as this highly coveted thing, or this big thing in society, when in reality, some people that are married that long are miserable. They're just staying together for the money or the kids. So what I'm saying is, just when you start dating someone or start seeing someone, be okay with the fact that this could be short term, meaning like 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. You don't have to put that heaviness on it. And then you have less expectations, and you can be in the moment more. And this isn't for everyone. It's just something for you to address. If you've been in a few relationships that have been 4 years, 2 years, 7 years, and you think, wow, I haven't found the one. Wow, I'm not married yet. It's okay. It's all right. Nothing was lost. That's just your style of love. And, you're better off not marrying someone that you're not happy with, or staying with someone you're not happy with, than cutting the cord and moving on and trying a new relationship. Like I said, when you go into that new relationship, why not just say, like, this could be short term, could be 2 years, could be 4 years. You don't have to put a plan on it. Like I said, number 3, you're in the moment a little bit more. Okay, you're less invested in the future. And a lot of times when people get married, sometimes they start out this way. I have a good friend. She was single for quite a while. She's a catch. She was good looking. She is good looking. Was. And I remember she met this guy, and he was, I don't want anything official. I'm not looking for anything. I just want to have fun. And they met on vacation, and she accepted that. And I remember one of her close friends at dinner was saying, oh, I would never do that. I can't believe you did that. And I thought, well, this is her journey. And actually, that's not a bad way to start a relationship, with less pressure, less expectation, and just having fun, and then building into commitment and wanting to stay together. 4, we might just not like each other one day. So, can we just anticipate that this is a possibility, that love, like the movies, doesn't always prevail? That attraction can die and never come back? Is it something that you should anticipate? I don't know if it's something you should anticipate, but it's a real thing that happens to people. Now, some people truck on through, and they're like, all right, well, I'm going to stay together for my kid. I'm going to stay together for the financial rewards. I'm going to stay together. There's a lot of people out there, someone has a health problem, and they're like, I can't leave them. Okay, well, that's your reason. That's completely fine. But it's also okay if one day you just completely lost attraction. You aren't the same person. They aren't the same person. You have to end it. And then when you end it, most likely you're going to be shy from getting into a long-term relationship again. And when you're getting shy about getting into that long-term relationship again, that's okay. This is when I say, just embrace that you can be in a short-term relationship, 1 year, 2 years, 4 years, 3 years. Okay. And it's not a waste. It can lead to something else. The worst relationships to get in is just when someone is completely toxic. They're straining you of all your energy. They're manipulating. They're highly controlling. That's a whole different game. There are relationships that can be short-term that are really good and just flame out because of different interests, because of different values, all kinds of things. And they can end on a healthy note. We might just not like each other one day. Number 5, you've been through them before, and they could serve both of you. So you've been through a short-term relationship before where you ended, dare I say, on a good note, with respect, with admiration, with friendship, with just being on speaking terms. Or you ended, we're not going to talk again for a while, but if you ever need anything, I'm here for you. There's a lot of short-term relationships that have that happen. And the ones that usually make the internet are, oh, this person's a narcissist, oh, this person did me wrong, and this and this and this and this. What people don't realize is every relationship takes 2 to tango. And whatever happened in that relationship, whether that person was the bad guy and you're the one that's just the innocent bystander, you had to accept that relationship. You played a role in it. But there are certainly relationships where you just get to a point and it's like, it's not fun anymore. So, for example, there was a client of mine a while back where the way their relationship started was long distance, and they knew each other for a while, and it was great, right? Intimacy was really good, and they talked a lot. But then when they would meet up and go on vacation and do these really cool things, right? And have great intimacy and have a lot of fun. In reality, long-term relationships aren't vacations. With me? And so it's when it got to a point 2 years down the road where they're looking at getting married or moving in together, it kind of takes the excitement out of what the kind of relationship that they've had for 2 years. It's a different commitment. Does that mean their relationship was bad? No. I've seen this repeatedly, actually. It just means the dynamic that the relationship was built on, which was excitement and vacations and missing each other, was taken away after 2 or 3 years of doing that. They got kind of tired of it. And that's okay. On the flip side, maybe you take the next step and it works out. This is one of those things where I'm just planting a seed and saying, it's okay. I think what happens is in society or certain cultures, it's only one way you can do things. And really, relationships, you need to improvise while you're in them. You need to feel like you have some control, you have some power on what you want to do. It's a bonus if it turns into something long-term. So this is another way to look at it. And a lot of people that have been burned or had a bad divorce or were in a long-term relationship, a lot of times when they get out, they do not want to be in a long-term relationship. Surprise, surprise. They want to be alone, or they want to live single, or they want to have casual encounters. Okay? And the reason for that is they haven't been single for a long time, and it's time to roam. Right? Now, the interesting thing about that is if they're a catch and they got their stuff together and they look good, they're going to have a lot of options. And it might be a bonus that they do meet someone long-term while they're looking for something short-term. This is very common. Okay. Number 7, how much of a long-term relationship is related to money and security and control? This is a big thing. So when you look at when someone's targeting marriage or a long-term relationship, how much of it's related less to love and attraction and fun and connection to money, security, and control? Because there's some people out there that are highly insecure, and they believe once they get married, that'll eliminate that feeling of insecurity. Because now they're married, that person cannot cheat on them. That person is death till us part. There's also people that just doing it because that's what everyone else told them they have to do. And then there's, it's a real thing. If you grew up, poor or money's tough for you and the other person has a lot of money, it's enticing. And marriage entitles you to that money in a different way. And that's completely fine. So I'm saying on the flip side, if you're at a point in your life where you're financially secure, you are secure with who you are, you have control of your destiny a little bit more, this is when people get divorces and then they go into a relationship that serves them a little bit more, that's a little bit more fun, higher on attraction. And then going into that relationship, they don't have to have that finish line of getting married or this has to be long-term. They can ease into that rather than search it out. Number 8, if you have kids, it changes everything, right? So the reason that is if someone's a single mom or a single dad, or if they need to have that anchor in their life for the kid to have stability. Right? Saying that, I think you need to be open to the fact that if a relationship's going in the wrong direction, it's not good. There's a lot of manipulation and control. I just had a client recently like this that's a single mom. It's exciting, but it's off. You need to go, okay, this was just a short-term relationship that didn't work out, rather than we got to make this work. And the people that have a problem with that are the people that never give up, or the people that think that they can push through something. So this is why I'm telling people sometimes, embrace that you can have a short-term relationship and it's not a waste. It's actually a good thing to realize when things don't work and they're not going to work and they're not going to get better, and release yourself from that cage because you got the key to the cage. All right, I hope that helps you. Go to writemac.com if you want to book a live coaching session.